you're seeing it until the end of episode, or until the end of episode 11 and to the beginning of episode 12. That's when you find out why you're seeing hell. And when the explanation is revealed to you, you're like, oh man, that is really cool. So at first, 666 Park Avenue, like, it takes them, mainly, I'll say, it takes them to the last 2 episodes at 666 Park Avenue to wrap everything up. You're pretty much left in the blue for the entire season. I mean, which can be a little bit of a nuisance sometimes, because you're just wondering, why are these things happening? But I have to say, once the explanation, once the why, and the Draco Hotel's like that, once the how is revealed, you really feel like you're getting your whole, money's worth. I know you're not paying for it, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. You really feel like you're just getting everything. I mean, like I said, the explanation, is finally revealed. And when you find that ending now, I mean, 66 Park Avenue has one of the biggest twists I have ever seen in a television series in general. I mean, this twist was huge. I was just, I did not expect any of it. I'm going to get a little spoilerish, so let's talk about a few spoilers. So if you don't want to know these spoilers, I would go ahead and click the stop button right now in this video. So let's talk about a few spoilers. So if you like spoilers, get ready to watch the rest of this video. And let's start right now. So the main twist was, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit, so sorry if you don't like spoilers. So anyways, make sure you click the stop button. Anyway, so the main twist was, we found out that Gavin Durant was actually Rachel Taylor's character's father, and that was a huge twist. I never expected that. We found out that, you thought Sasha was the daughter. They trapped Sasha in the Drake Hotel, more of as a distraction just to get rid of her. And then Brian and his wife, they ended up having to kill the girl that he had an affair with, because she came at her with a knife, because you found out that his wife, was knocked out on drugs and drunk one day, and he ended up hitting her with a car, which made her, actually be, her legs both broken. She's actually in a wheelchair, so she had to deal with Gavin Durant this entire time. And finally, she comes in a knife with her in this episode, and the second to last episode, and the girl takes something. I forget what it was, some kind of lampstand or something. Hits her over the head, knocks her unconscious, and kills her. Blood's all over the floor. So they take her body, bury it in the basement. And what ends up happening is Gavin Durant finds all this out, because we end up finding out that he's pretty much, a demon, or whatever you want to call him. He's pretty much Satan himself, we find out. And he pretty much sets up this whole thing where the series ends on a cliffhanger, but you get the idea of what's going to happen. Pretty much what ends up happening was because we found out in episode 1 that Gavin Durant had this plan for Henry, and we had no idea what this plan was for the entire season. We didn't know why the Drake was doing this, but we finally, at the very last, I'd say 15 minutes of this episode, everything was revealed, and I mean every single thing. Gavin's plan for Henry was to build him up so he could pretty much have a baby, and this baby is pretty much going to bring up this new order, bring up this end of the world. Pretty much the baby is the Antichrist and is going to bring the apocalypse. That's pretty much the direction that 666 Park Avenue was going. Rachel Taylor, like I said, we found out that her character was the daughter, and the whole reason it wasn't an accident that she went to the Drake Hotel. The whole reason that she went to the Drake Hotel was to be reconnected with her father, and that was the whole reason. Gavin Durant found her, wanted to meet his daughter again, and he said that she was going to have to sacrifice something after that last 5 minutes of the episode. And the thing she was going to have to sacrifice was her son being the Antichrist, and him Satan, and that whole thing. And as soon as you found out the huge explanation, I mean, the series went from being, a pretty good horror series to being an extremely well-written horror series. And that was mainly because of that huge twist at the end. Those last 2 episodes were phenomenal. I loved the fact how Brian and his wife got stuck in the wall. It's kind of that very ironic how they built the wall up over that girl, and then she was gone because of what Gavin did, and then they got stuck in the same place they buried the body in. Very ironic that happened. Few more quick things about 666 Park Avenue. A lot of people might think that just because there was only 1 season, that the characters in the show might not be as fleshed out and as well developed as they would have needed to be if they would have had more seasons for 666 Park Avenue. But I feel that I would have to say that I disagree with that statement. And the reason I say that is because that once you see the series as a whole, once you see the ending especially, and you see the way that certain characters end up, you finally find out their reasons for everything. You finally find out their explanation. The characters seem very well developed. They seem full of integrity, and I have to say that a lot of the characters I became very close with, and that's the way you should feel with the series. There should be certain characters that you can relate to, certain characters that you feel, you get close to, you get sad when they die off, that sort of thing. So there are several characters in the show like that. I became very close with the characters personally, and so I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. And I also wanted to say that a favorite character in the show would definitely have to be Gavin Duran. Just, he steals like almost every scene, especially towards the end. The guy with the scar on his face, the Gavin Duran hired in like episode 4 or 5, I really enjoyed his character. Whoopi Goldberg was another favorite of mine. She was really cool. There was also another character that was only in about 2 or 3 episodes towards the end. He was the one that moved into apartment 2D after Whoopi Goldberg's character, moved out and turned into birds. He was the one who had the locked door. I really enjoyed him. I enjoyed the scene with the guy with the scar where he like ran through everyone. It was like a slow motion scene. He started shooting everyone that was a part of the conspiracy. But overall, favorite character wise, I really enjoyed Gavin Duran. It's Terry O'Quinn is the actor, known from the series known as Lost. I really enjoyed him as a whole. He definitely steals the show, and he definitely knows how to act. I also really liked the moment with the gun, because we thought that girl was the father. We aimed the gun, and the body twisted around, shot Henry. I thought Henry Martin was gonna die, but Henry Martin did not die. Gavin healed him, and then the Antichrist, and it just, like I said, it ended on a huge cliffhanger where Rachel Taylor told her husband Henry Martin that she was pregnant, and then the series, and then the camera shows a shot of the city, and the series ended just like that. A cliffhanger, but you know what's going to happen. The Antichrist is going to come. The apocalypse is going to come. You know what's going to happen, but they just didn't show it. So it gives you just enough of an ending for you to know what happened, but, not enough to spoil things. You know what I mean? But anyways, this video is already about to hit 15 minutes, so I think I'm going to cut it off. As a whole, I really enjoyed the ABC television series by the name of 666 Park Avenue. An incredible series that I really wish wouldn't have got canceled. It would have been really cool to, see the whole, Antichrist and hell thing, if that's the direction they were going. I don't know what direction they were going. It seems like they wanted him, Henry Martin's character to be mayor. So I think later on down the road, he may have been mayor. I wonder if Brian and his wife, I wonder if they would have lived longer if the season would have ended. Would they have lived longer? I have no idea. I don't know how the series would have went if they wouldn't have canceled, but all I know is I am very happy with the series as a whole. I am happy in general of how the series ended, and I have no problems with the ending. They got canceled, sad news, but overall, I'm really happy with the ending and how it turned out. I recommend 666 Park Avenue to anybody who likes those sort of horror, supernatural, with a lot of drama pulled up in there, like they get married, and that sort of thing. So it's just really cool, just good horror series that I really enjoyed. The effects are iffy sometimes. You don't really care once you see the way things happen. The effects, the way effects look has never been a problem with me, at least. Anyways, that's my season 1 review of the ABC original television series by the name of 666 Park Avenue. We won't be seeing any more 666 reviews, but I will make sure to be making all sorts of video reviews in the near future, so make sure to check it out. Anyways, once again, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my page below, and I'll see you guys later for more videos by Centipede Geek.